Hello. Um, what I want to bring up is my reaction to offense as far as violence. There's been a lot of violence on television lately, controlled violence, even though it seems out of control. Um, as an Aspie, I don't do well with violence. I don't do well seeing it. If it's controlled or tamed in a television show or a movie, it doesn't bother me so much as when, of course, it is gone into with detail and gore, and especially full on emotion. In other words, when a character is just absolutely projecting a considerable amount of emotion and hate and anger and violence while they're shooting somebody, beating somebody. Now, I grew up, we could watch Batman and them, having their fights or whatever, and you take it with a grain of salt. It wasn't serious, but the way violence has become in movies and computer games and TV, and of course a lot of it's in the music and has been, it's now being acted out quite easily by large crowds of people who normally would not be considered, shall we say, criminal element, just people who would naturally get into trouble. Oh boy, I tell you what I'm seeing on television I don't like, and it's very offensive to me. I actually had to get up and walk out of the living room earlier because I just couldn't. I mean, I understand the person presenting it on television saying this is what's going on. That's fine. Oh, 9 times out of 10, I strongly suspect that people doing this stuff and recording it expect it to be put on television and commented on, and so they infuse it with the most hateful emotion as they could possibly manage. In-store cameras, out-store cameras showing people being extremely violent in shopping centers and whatnot, just out of the blue, just hitting people and beating them senseless, and not just men, men attacking women and children. Um, don't be surprised if folks on Facebook, when you show me things, I don't respond to them, or I kind of shut off for a while or disappear, or you don't hear anything out of me. Certainly, especially these political things that are trying to make a point of these episodes. I can't look at it. It's not a question of most folks can look at it and say that's a shame, or the police ought to do something, or those people are this, that, and the other for allowing it to happen. I don't go into that mode. I slip into an evil mode. I don't know how better to describe it. And I'm confessing to you right now, which has become another popular thing. Confessions on the screen. Uh, I can't look at that stuff. I grew up when I was younger. I became really evil minded in a lot of ways, and it took a long time. I became a Christian in 1990, and I still struggle with it. I still do. I mean, I went through a Augusto Pinochet, uh, how could I say, a period. I love the idea of him ordering his soldiers to throw communists out of helicopters over fields and stuff, from so many feet up in the air. I mean, they're guaranteed dead when they hit the ground. And it's become a joke amongst a lot of right wing folks, free helicopter rides and all this. I look at, it feeds something in me. And I think as an Aspie, I watch other people doing that too. It's not so much that I do that and I shut everybody else out. I'm seeing the same pattern in other people. But I don't know if they recognize that's what they're doing. They get a kick out of seeing somebody getting it themselves for a change. It's that kind of mindset that's happening right now. And I have to warn you people before I cut this off because I don't want to go too long. This was mindset of the National Socialist German Workers' Party. They told the German people that they were being dumped on by the whole of Europe, being made responsible for a war that they were not the only ones involved in. Victory nations drained them of their monetary sources to the point where they were starving. Um, they blamed the Jews, who they considered to be in back of it and in control of the banks and so forth. And that's what led to their mindset. They justified what they did in Germany and Eurasia by saying we're getting back at them for what they did to us. They dumped on us, made us starve, and made us die, and this is our way of getting back at them. They deserve this. This is retribution, and so forth. That mindset gets into people. They become extremely dangerous and murderous, and they excuse themselves for the things they do, which I'm sure a lot of folks are going to be doing over the coming weeks, months, and years. So I apologize for these extremely serious, in your face kind of downbeat things I've been doing. I'm not a teacher. People tell me I should have been, but I'm not. I could just tell it like it is from my point of view, and that's the best I can manage. So thank you for your time.